Hey everybody, does anyone know why I'm irritated today? Hello, yes, I'm the irritated atheist doctor, and if you've been following our Twitter account, then you know what has me irritated. I'm here to uncover modern day snake oils and the charlatans who are trying to convince people of their frauds. If you don't follow our Twitter, here's a few lovely examples of the cognitive dissidence that we have been seeing. I hope you enjoy these. Last week we discussed vaccines and how they save lives. After that video, we received tons of tweets from the proponents of what is known as miracle mineral solution or chlorine dioxide protocol. This video is going to break down what MMS really is and how dangerous it becomes when it's activated and it becomes chlorine dioxide. I have heard a lot of people who are proponents of this poison, and yes, it is poison, claim that people who disagree with it don't understand chemistry well. Well, I understand chemistry, and I do a lot more than they probably do. So first, let's break down what MMS is, and then we can discuss the claims and the warnings. This is Miles Power, and he's going to break down what MMS is for us and how it's
Hi
dangerous.
Internet, it's me Miles. Now what was once known as Miracle Mineral Supplement but for legal reasons had to change its name to Miracle Mineral Solution is a 28% solution of sodium chloride that has been currently sold online right now as some kind of panacea, some kind of cure-all. Now what makes this different from all the regular panaceas you can find online is it has the real potential of doing real harm.
Yes, it is dangerous, and it can hurt people. I just wanted to reiterate that here. Okay, Miles, back to you.
That's because when it's mixed with a weak acid, say citric acid, it will actually generate chlorine dioxide. The name of the guy who came up with this stuff as being some kind of cure-all was called Jim Humble. He and other people who promote MMS think that this chlorine dioxide will only specifically go after nasty things, after bacteria, after cancer, after HIV. The whole time leaving perfectly normal human cells completely alone. In reality, chlorine dioxide will react with whatever it comes into contact with, and it has no way of distinguishing between, let's say, the HIV virus and a healthy normal human cell. It will just attack all of them. Put simply, it has no magic ability, and in fact drinking even small quantities of this stuff can have some quite unpleasant side effects like nausea, vomiting and diarrhea, and in larger doses can rupture red blood cells and kill you. What makes MMS particularly nasty in my books is there are certain people out there who are passing it off as some kind of autism cure. Now quite naturally these autistic children don't want to drink something that smells and looks disgusting, so the people who promote this also promote MMS enemas. It should come as no surprise that giving children an enema of bleach is not very good for their bowel, and in fact they will actually start to pass parts of it. Now, you would think this would be a warning sign to the parents thinking, hey, this is damaging my child, I should maybe stop. But the people who are promoting this online, saying that the stuff that their child is passing, the parts of their intestines, is actually a good sign because that apparently is parasites coming out of them.
Here's what's coming out of these children. This is actually the mucous lining of the large intestines and not parasites. I will save you having to see what real intestinal parasites look like, but you can definitely Google those images. I've been repeatedly told that MMS is not bleach because it's sodium chlorite and not sodium hypochlorite, which is household bleach. All these people spout this nonsense, and they don't understand that there are many different chemicals that are considered bleach. Evidently, Miles has been through this too. So here's his explanation and his experiment to prove it is bleach.
Now I originally made a video on this subject just over a year ago, and what was really surprising was the amount of people in the comment section who said chlorine dioxide isn't a bleach. Bleach equals sodium hypochlorite equals sodium, oxygen and chlorine. MMS, sodium chlorite equals sodium, chlorine and 2 oxygens. So MMS is not a bleach. For those who don't know, a bleach is a chemical that has the ability of whitening a material like hair, paper or cloth. It does this by damaging the chemical bonds in the chromophore, which is part of the molecule that makes a compound coloured. To show that chlorine dioxide and MMS is a bleach, I decided to actually go ahead and buy some online, which rather upsettingly was ridiculously easy to do. So to show its bleaching properties, I got an old black sock and I put a couple of drops of the sodium chlorite solution on it, and then I followed it up by a couple of drops of the activator citric acid solution on that. And almost immediately there was this quite powerful smell of chlorine, like really strong, that lingered for hours. I had to open up all the windows and it still had this very kind of pool-like smell in my room for a good day or so. I left it for about an hour, and when I came back there was a definite lighter patch on the sock. So just to clarify, a bleach is a chemical that has the ability to bleach a material, and MMS bleached my sock. It's a bleach, people of the internet. It's a bleach. Now I want to try one more thing actually. I want to take it a little bit further. So I decided to make a solution of the two in a shot glass and put a bit of fabric in and see what happened there. Unfortunately, I had to cut this experiment a little short because very soon after it actually began to damage the plastic and make it crack, and I thought, I don't want this stuff spilling everywhere, so I just chucked it away. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering though, what happened to the tiny piece of black fabric that I put in the solution? Here it is here. Looks fairly white to me.
MMS cannot be sold in the US for human consumption, and the same is true in multiple countries. So here are a couple of quick news clips from around the world, and then we'll read the FDA warning and discuss the response.
This man has come to King's Cross Station to mix us a chemical cocktail, a concoction he claims can rid people of debilitating conditions and life-threatening illnesses.
It can purge cancer, yes. It can purge autism, it can purge arthritis, it can purge HIV. It cleans the body.
This is Leonardo Edwards, and this is what he sold us online. Potentially harmful ingredients to make up a chlorine dioxide solution. Those who claim it has health benefits call it miracle mineral solution. But to you and me, it's basically just bleach.
Well, we thought if anyone in the medical community might be open-minded about MMS, it's Linda Balneves. She leads the Centre for Integrative Medicine at the University of Toronto. She's on the lookout for safe and effective alternative medicines and treatments.
Do you believe in miracles?
I do believe in miracles. I don't believe we know it all. That's why we do research. And that's why we have the Centre for Integrative Medicine, because we're open to exploring those potential miracles.
Balneves looked for case studies into the use of sodium chlorite. That's the active ingredient in MMS. Her findings were alarming.
We have several case studies that have been published of people that have consumed sodium chloride and had very serious side effects, including renal failure. They've had coagulation issues where they're bleeding out internally. It has life-threatening effects when it's consumed in an oral route. We also know it can be very corrosive, and we see tissues being destroyed.
Here is the FDA warning. Consumers are being warned not to drink a product sold on the internet as a medical treatment after some users got sick after drinking it, including one person who had a life-threatening reaction. The Food and Drug Administration says the product, known as Miracle Mineral Solution, or MMS, becomes a potent chemical that's used as a bleach when mixed according to package directions. The agency first warned consumers about the product in July, but federal regulators say that's still on the internet because the product's labeling, colors, and logos may vary. According to the FDA experts, drinking the amount recommended on the product label can cause nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, and symptoms of severe dehydration. Some labels claim vomiting and diarrhea are not uncommon after the product is ingested, and even maintain such reactions are evidence that MMS is working. FDA experts say MMS is dangerous, and they're advising consumers to stop using the product immediately. Distributor websites describe MMS as a liquid that is 28% sodium chlorite in distilled water. Product directions tell consumers to mix the sodium chlorite with citric acid, such as lemon or lime juice, or other acid before drinking. When the acid is added, the mixture becomes chlorine dioxide, a powerful bleaching agent, says FDA expert Charles Lee, MD. Lee says both chemicals are the active ingredients in disinfectants and many other industrial uses. Some distributors claim MMS mixed with citric acid is an antimicrobial, antiviral, and antibacterial liquid that is a remedy for colds, acne, cancer, HIV/AIDS, hepatitis, flu, and other conditions. But the FDA experts are not aware of any research that shows the product can effectively treat any illness. The FDA received several reports from consumers who got sick from drinking the MMS and citric juice mixture. The report says the consumers suffered from nausea, severe vomiting, and life-threateningly low blood pressure. Jim Humble's response is basically nothing more than a I can't hear you. He refuses to give any actual research when presented with evidence of death and injury, and his only response is that they could be caused by something else and it couldn't be the MMS. He continues to refuse to give us any evidence. I hope this helps explain what MMS and chlorine dioxide are and why you should avoid ingesting this poison. Please like and share this video, and remember to question your doctor, because when you do, we all learn something. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.